In the scorched savanna of Maasai Mara, a lion cub was born in 2011. Among the shadows of dominant males, Jessie came into the world beside his brother Frank. They were born into the Chile pride. A strong coalition ruled their land, and danger lurked in every corner. But Jessie wasn't defined by his birth. He was defined by how he lived. The brothers were inseparable. They ate together, learned to hunt together, and slept under the same trees. They knew one unspoken truth from a young age: male lions don't stay forever. Sooner or later, they must leave. When Jessie and Frank turned 3, nature took its course. They were cast out. No territory, no lionesses, no cubs to protect. Just hunger, rivals, and survival. Most young males don't make it through this phase, but Jessie and Frank were different. They walked for days, then weeks, studying scent marks, tracing boundaries. In 2014, they saw their chance: the off-bee pride. The old kings of off-bee had grown weak. Their patrols were fading. The pride was vulnerable. Jessie and Frank struck. The battle was fierce. Dust and blood clouded the air. They fought like kings, and when the dust settled, they were no longer wanderers. They were rulers. Jessie was only 3, but already a leader. The lionesses accepted them. Cubs were born. Life, for a time, was good. By 2016, Jessie had matured into a proud and powerful leader. He enforced nature's rules, sometimes with pain. He was once seen chasing away his own son as the young lion reached adolescence. It was harsh, but necessary. Young males become threats. It was the law of the land. But Jessie was more than a ruler. Later that same day, he lay beside his youngest cubs, calm, protective, kind. He knew when to show strength and when to show heart. And then everything changed. One morning, Frank disappeared. No blood, no footprints, no sign of a fight, just silence. Jessie searched. Days passed, then he walked away. Some believed he left because he couldn't defend the pride alone, but those who watched him closely knew better. Jessie was searching for his brother. He never claimed a new pride, never formed a coalition. For 6 years, he walked alone, crossing borders, facing dangers, hunting solo, roaring into the empty savannah each dawn. Maybe he was calling out to Frank. Maybe he always would. In 2020, Mara stirred. A powerful roar shattered the morning silence. It was Jessie. Older, slower, but still a force. Halftail and Logal, lionesses who had once known him, recognized the call instantly. Peace turned into pursuit. But Jessie wasn't fleeing, he was leading. He lured them away, disappeared into the grass, and doubled back, slipping into the center of the pride. There he met a lioness. She didn't flee. They touched noses. They mated. It wasn't a mistake, it was a plan. Jessie's strength wasn't just in his muscles, but in his mind. He became known as the Ghost King, a lion who appeared, seduced, and vanished without a trace. He never took over. He never needed to. Lionesses followed him, sometimes for days, sometimes only for moments, but they remembered him. Jessie was seen with lionesses from the Topi pride, but he never stayed. He didn't conquer, he captivated. His presence drew females away from their prides, by charm, by force, or by sheer mystery. But not all encounters ended peacefully. One lioness from Topi was found dead, killed by Jessie himself. The reasons remain unknown. Some say she resisted, others say tension simply exploded. Whatever the cause, Jessie left a mark, not just on the land, but on the balance of power. Soon after, Jessie came face to face with a young dominant male named Doja, protector of the Topi pride. Jessie didn't back down, he never did. Observers wondered, could the 2 lone warriors form a rare alliance? For a while they walked together, cautiously, side by side. But it didn't last. When Jessie offered to share a kill, Doja refused. That was the moment everything changed. A silent stalk, a sudden fight. Jessie's age showed, but so did his experience. When the dust settled, Jessie vanished, but Doja was bleeding. Deep claw marks etched his face. The scars would stay with him forever. In 2021, Jessie still walked the Mara. He came within a kilometre of the feared Black Rock Coalition. Oloimina, Lorub and Olobor. They didn't see him, but Jessie sensed them. He paused, then turned away. Not in fear, but in calculation. Later that day, he chased a young male and approached a lone female. She hesitated, then left. Jessie watched her go, then lay in the tall grass. At 10 years old, Jessie wasn't just alive. He was still a threat, still daring, still king. In early 2022, he did the unthinkable. He entered Black Rock territory and challenged Oloimina himself. Jessie was 11. Almost no lion reaches that age. Oloimina was young and powerful. He didn't expect a fight. Jessie struck first. The battle raged for minutes. Teeth, claws, dust. Both lions wounded. Neither gave in. Jessie eventually withdrew, not in defeat, but with pride, head high, eyes locked. He had made his point. That same year, he reunited, briefly, with one of his sons, Jessie too. They walked together, hunted together. Some hoped it was a new coalition. It wasn't. Jessie left. Months later, he was found dead. Jessie's end wasn't peaceful. It was defiant. He fought off 20 hyenas alone, taking back a kill. Wounded, aging, teeth worn, shoulders sunken, he still stood tall. Observers whispered, "We don't know how he's still alive," but he was, and he kept walking. In early 2023, Jessie was seen trying to court lionesses from the wreck pride. But this time, his charm failed. He was too old, too worn. The lionesses attacked. He survived, but the message was clear. Not here, not anymore. He was 12 now, no longer a king, just a shadow. Jessie returned to where it all began, his birthplace in northern Maasai Mara. But the land wasn't his anymore. The Ngoyanai coalition, a trio of young, strong males, ruled it now. Jessie saw them. He could have turned away. He didn't. He charged. 3 against 1. It was his final battle. He fought, roared and clawed, but his body gave out. He crawled beneath a tree. The sun hung above him, the wind stood still, the Mara held its breath. And then, silence. Jessie was gone. No pride surrounded him, no brother, no son. But his story echoed across the savannah. Even now, his daughters walk the plains. His blood survives. Jessie never found Frank, but every step he took was in search of him. He was never meant to be king, but he ruled in his own way. He was Jessie. If Jessie's story moved you, let us know in the comments. And if you believe stories like his deserve to be remembered, subscribe for more untold tales from the wild. This was Jessie. He never bowed, never gave up. A lion without a pride, but with a legacy that still roars through the Mara.